Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Thanks for coming into the training. Getting started here in 1 second. Okay, so if you are new to Dubb, feel free to put a one into the chat. If you're returning to Dubb, feel free to put a two. That would be great. And then as we kind of make our way through the training today, if you have anything specific that you have some questions on, feel free to put them in the chat there, and then we'll kind of work our way through. I'm not sure if Ina from our team is going to be here in about 30 minutes. She's got a few demos actually back to back. So if it's just myself today, and if there isn't a question, if there's a question I can't answer, then I will get back to you, and the team will get back to you in terms of that. But that's awesome. Connor, great to have you in here. It's great when you have new people. How are you, Connor? You can turn your mic on if you'd like to say hello. If not, you can say hello into the chat. Nice to meet you, Connor. If you can hear me okay. You can feel free to unmute yourself if you'd like to. If not, if you can't, you can just put your industry into the chat if you'd like to. Just, you know, let me know the industry that you're in and kind of what you're looking to get out of today. That would be pretty awesome. Oh yeah, no, don't worry about it. If there's a bunch of noise around you, forget it. Yeah, just let me know what industry you're in. That would be fantastic. And then just want to be able to know what you do. But thanks for coming into the training. Dick, please go ahead. Let's see. You can go ahead and unmute yourself, Dick, if you'd like to. How are you, Dick? As always, good to see you. You should be okay now.
Always good to see you, Rob.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. How's everything going?
Going good, going good. I'm having fun with Dubb.
That's great.
I'm,
That's great.
no longer is it dubious, it's dubious.
Well, you've had some good little strategies that you've shared with people as well. So you've been very creative with it, which is really neat.
Well, the one thing that's pretty much um, popular with everybody when they get into Dubb is that there's just so much, and it's sometimes overwhelming. But
Yeah.
once I just tell all these seminars every day. And I'm picking up so much from people's questions. And but once you get break through that Rosetta Stone and translate it into your own thinking,
Yep.
I mean, this is amazing. And I'm tremendous supporter of Dub. I think it's great.
That's awesome. We love it, Dick. Thanks so much for the kind words. You always say the best stuff, and you're very accurate in terms of what you're saying, in terms of once you kind of figure out your use case and how you want to use it, it's pretty amazing in terms
Yeah.
of
By the
deciding.
way,
Yeah.
have we named a Dub czar yet?
I don't think so. I don't think, I mean,
Well,
I don't,
you guys at Dub should pick out who's going to be your czar. Somebody on your staff, not one of us voters.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, we've got it's funny with the nicknames we kind of have for Darius and Ruben. Like I called Darius the Oracle when I met him, so he's got that nickname. Ruben,
Mhm.
I called the Maestro because Ruben's, he's like the center of everything in terms of he knows what's going on, he knows how to weave everything together. And Ina is like the captain of the ship. She makes sure
Mhm.
everything runs smoothly. So, and hey, I'm just here to keep things magical. It's just
You're doing a great job.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Dick. Thanks so much. So everybody, you're normally used to seeing Darius's face today, but he's not going to be here today. So, and Ina normally would be in about a half an hour, but she's got some back-to-back demos today. So, feel free to put some questions in the chat as we move our way along here. If I can't answer them in the meeting today, I'll make sure I get them over the team to get them answered for you if it's anything particular deep dive into a certain part of a tech. But Connor, for yourself, who's new, and by the way, I saw some other people come in. If you are new, feel free to put a one in the chat if you're new to Dubb, and you can put a two for returning. I see some other names that are returning, which are great. But let's see, John and Ray. Okay, John and Ray. John and Ray, if you don't mind putting your industries in the chat, just what industry you're in, that would be great. And then, yeah, so these trainings, just to let the new people know, we do these Monday through Friday. 10 a.m. PST. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk through the basics of Dubb in terms of how to record the videos, what are the different ways we do that, how do we customize the video, and then how do we take it and how do we send it out, along with our suggestions in terms of strategy and things like that, just from a basic level when you're starting to record. Okay, Kathy and Mark, real estate, fantastic. All right, real estate. Yeah, we've got a lot of real estate folks that use Dubb, so that's really great. Okay, Ray, speaker, fractional sales. Okay, awesome. That's great. And then I think Connor was in healthcare, I believe, healthcare SaaS. Okay, fantastic. And then Xavier, welcome Xavier. Okay, affiliate marketer, consultant. We're going to talk about Dubb partners, so that'll be of interest for yourself. Okay, awesome, everybody. Well, welcome aboard. This training is going to be on our YouTube channel, probably in a couple hours. Typically, once we have the recording, we'll get it over to the team. And then if you just go to Dubb app and I'm sorry, Dubb support on YouTube, Dubb support, you'll see this video with under videos within about another hour or two. So if there's something specific that you want to kind of see again to make it make sense, all you have to do is just go to the YouTube training, go to the spot you want to see, and then that's what a lot of people do to kind of hammer home what we're doing. So all right, awesome. And then let's see, Jeanette, I saw you're trying to use the promo code. Okay. Yeah, I'll let the team know on that, and then I'll have them reach out to you because we want you to be able to use the promo code, which is a big part of it. Okay, financial. All right, fantastic. All right, so let me share my screen and let's kind of get going on the basics of this. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see, share. All right, here we go. So when you are logged into your Dubb account, whether you're on a free trial, whether you're a subscriber now, when you're logged in, this is where it's going to take you to the Dubb dashboard. Now within here, if you have any questions or do need some help, down over here to the bottom right, this little intercom bubble down over here is really great. If you click here, you have some options. You can talk to our AI agent. The AI agent is pretty good, gives you some good articles, links if need be to videos, very thorough in its explanations. If you want to talk to one of our humans at the team, you can definitely do that as well and just click on team. You can also do some self-help down here, put some keywords in, like, Dubb Chrome extension or desktop app or, whatever, you're trying to search for, feel free to pop that in there. And that's right down over here to the bottom right. Now, also within here inside the dashboard, we have our partner program, which is right over here. So to be a partner, all you have to do is click apply now, creates a little referral link for you. And then what you do is you could share that link. Now, it's a 30% recurring commission on anyone that subscribes to Dubb through that link. And then if that person that subscribes is like, you know what, I love Dubb, I want to talk about Dubb. And then you go and that person goes and shares Dubb and they get someone else to come in, that's an additional 10%. So it's a 30-10. And we're very supportive on the partner stuff. So if you ever have a group of people that you want to kind of get together in a Zoom room, just let myself or Darius know, and we can always come in and pitch those people. And obviously you get paid, and that's the link that you would use. You can also, do webinars. You can set up all kinds of stuff, throughout your network with what you do. I always feel like the strongest thing about the partner stuff is when you use Dubb a lot and you're used to using it, it's very easy to speak about it because you use it all the time. It's one of those kinds of things. But we're very supportive. Inside when you have the Dubb account in there in the dashboard, we have all kinds of assets, logos, videos. You can use all kinds of stuff in there that you can use. So, and if you're on a paid account with Dubb, you get 3 or 4 people. If you're on the pro plan, you can end up having a free account, which is really, really good. All right, so from a recording perspective, inside the dashboard here, one of the most basic ways you can record is right up here at the top, this little red camera icon right here, where you're going to be recording directly from your webcam. Now, strategy-wise, what's worked over the years, here's an example right here, but what's done pretty well. So that's me recording from the basic webcam that I just showed you, the little red camera icon. And all I did here was just drop a virtual background behind me, someone's profile. And the reason I did that is because I wanted the person seeing it to have some context about what the video is going to be about. It doesn't give the video away, but it gives you an idea. Okay, Sarah knows this video is obviously about her. I also did a little wave back to camera this way, so it just kind of brings the animated GIF to life. Now, the reason this is an animated GIF is because every time you make a dubbed video and you go to send it, it's going to be a repeating 3-second GIF of the beginning of that video. Now, technically, you could edit the video and bring another part to the front to be the GIF, but just from efficiency perspectives, when you're recording a number of videos throughout the day, it's nice to know the first 3 seconds is going to be that repeating thing, and you're ready for it. So this is a style that's worked pretty well over the years, having that virtual background dropped behind. Now, there's also another style that works really, really well, and it's this one right here. So this is recorded from the same webcam, and all I did was grab the Dubb mobile app. There's a little whiteboard button on there where you can type something out, and I'm just bringing it up into frame. The movement, again, is key. It's not just very stiff, and it's not far away where you can't read it. It's brought right up into frame, so it keeps repeating. And The name has always worked well over the years. You could have another short phrase within your industry, maybe, whatever industry you're in. If it's a short, punchy question, or, still selling, still buying, whatever it is, that would work well too. But the name, you can't go wrong. Now, if I was in real estate, an example, one would kind of be like this. I could take like a property address and just do something like this, throw it up like that, right into frame if I know someone was looking at a listing. So it's really just about being creative with what that little phrase says on there. And then obviously once they see this, they're going to click on it. And once they click on it, they're brought to the customized landing page, which we call a preset, which we'll cover in a little bit. But it's really about getting that person to see this and wanting to click on it. And once they do, they're brought there. And that's really what it's about. So if we were back over here in Dubb and we wanted to replicate those things, right up here at the top is our red camera icon button. This is going to be the basic website recorder. So once it opens up, there I am on camera. And right over here, we added this little down over the bottom right there. You can actually zoom yourself in a little bit. Just if you want to frame it a little closer, you can back it off. You can't do that once it starts recording, but you can kind of frame it prior if you want to do that. Now, to get the virtual background behind me, all I have to do is go down to the bottom here, select virtual background, then scroll down a little bit more, go to your photos, and then I can upload into this area any photos that I'd like. So we know profiles have worked well over the years. We also know that if you're in real estate, properties work great. Maybe someone just checked out a property, put it right behind you. Hey, this is Rob. I saw you were checking out this property. Let me talk to you a little bit about it. So it's about them having a hint of what this is going to be about. And, when they're looking at a property and then they see it behind you, that's great, especially if they're first, checking something out. You also can share a company's website. So regardless of what industry you're in, if you're reaching out and someone, you're on the company's website, maybe it's the who we are section, maybe it's the product or services, maybe it's one of their testimonials that you saw that you really were kind of caught by. Say, listen, I noticed this testimonial and I want to talk to you a little bit about what that means and why I'm reaching out. So again, it's all about context when you have this behind you. You also can do an article. People love to share value, right? You hear that word a lot. Well, in this case, it's a market update with someone, but it could be anything within your industry that you just want to share with someone. So it ends up helping them. And you're like, hey, I'm not sure if you saw this. I want to share this with you. And then the video is about that. So really think about the visuals that are behind you when you're thinking about this. Now, if you're not going to use the virtual background, or maybe you've done a bunch of them, you can click to uncheck it. That will get rid of the virtual background. And I just have a little light behind me here. It's in the corner of the room. It just shines on both sides here. Now, if I want to use the phone that you saw earlier with the name, here's how I would do that. I would get the Dubb mobile app, which is right here, and I would click this little button at the top, this square button right there. And that's our little whiteboard button. So that gives you the ability now to type. So I'm going to click in here just like I did before, and all I did was put the person's name. But again, it could be any phrase you want to use that is short and to the point, like this. And then just bring it up in a frame, do a little lean in, stuff like that. That makes a difference that we've seen. Now, with the recordings we have within Dubb, all the different recording choices you're going to see, we have a teleprompter option. So if you haven't used a teleprompter before, it's really good to kind of stay on point. Just takes a little bit of practice, give it some read throughs so you're not surprised by the words, but it really makes it efficient because if you're doing a number of videos throughout the day about, different things, and they're a little bit longer, you want to get the phrasing just right, or maybe there's some percentage of the or numbers that you want to, have on point, and you don't want to be searching for the words while you're trying to deliver something with authenticity. Why not have it right in front of you? So if you want to use it, all you have to do is click right up into here, and then here you go, and then you can go right to scripting, or you can pull up any script that you have in there by title. So in this case, I'm going to use my test script title here. Then it's going to drop down here. And I think about an arm's distance away is pretty good for an eye line. So my camera is internally right in here. So arm's distance away. You don't want to be too close because then it's obviously around, your eyes are kind of looking down. If you're in a situation where you got a webcam that's really high, like there's just not even close to the eye line, I would just lean into that. I would lean into the fact that you're referencing some notes and then come back up and look at the camera, reference some more statistics or the points you want to make, and then look at the camera again. That's if you have some set up where it's high above. But in this case here, here's the functionality. So the speed for me is about 190. It works pretty good. I can adjust this up or down. I can press the play button, see if I like the speed. I think that in my opinion, it's better if it's a little bit slower instead of a little bit too fast, because if you feel like you're chasing the words, then you're not going to have time to put the emphasis on them that you really want. You can also back the text off, or you can zoom it in at the same time. So when I hit record here, I'm going to get a little bit of a countdown, and then this is what this would look like. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button right down here at the bottom if I want to stop the recording. Maybe I just want to do the opening, take a break, and then I can click resume and it'll keep going. I can also delete it by clicking the red X. And if it does that, it's always going to ask you, are you sure? Which is a great button. And then if you want to save this into Dubb, what you can do is click the blue check mark right here and it'll save it into the platform. And if you want to close the teleprompter, this little button right there, and then it'll close it. So when you're thinking about ways to really stand out and you want to record directly from your webcam, virtual background behind you, holding up the phone, these are great styles that have worked over the years in terms of whatever industry you're in, really bring context with the visual behind you. So that's the first part of the recording. Now, another style that's really good is screen recording. And this is where you can really take someone on a very cool journey with someone. So if I wanted to reach out to, say, Ruben here on LinkedIn, or maybe I wanted to share this market update with someone, anything browser based, I wanted to share a website, whatever it is within the browsers here, whether it's an article, company website, reaching out on LinkedIn, a great screen recorder to use is the Chrome extension. Now, the Chrome extension is right up here at the top. So once you have it logged in and pinned and all that kind of good stuff, you click this here, and then it's going to open it up and it's going to put me on the screen. So a lot of the times people will share links with people, but then they get the link and they're looking at the article, get great. But when you record a video like this, you're able to walk them through the article, and with the video, it feels like you're right there with them on the page, which is pretty neat. Now you have a lot of different functionality in here with the Chrome. So I can move this bubble wherever I want to move it before I hit record. I also can increase the size just by grabbing the edge like this. I also can change the shape. I can go square, I can go rectangle, I can go phone shaped. Now, in this case, I'm going to go square because as you can see, the layout of this page is a big square here at the top with the article title right over here. So I don't want to be a circle. And I also want to be in a good spot. So I don't want to cover any of this. I don't want to cover any of that. I want to be in a nice open space right here. And it looks like I'm actually part of the article. So when you pull up a website or you're on LinkedIn or whatever you're sharing browser based, just be aware of the shape of the webcam and where you place it, because creatively, that's pretty neat. Like we've gotten feedback over the years. People are like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like you're in a neat spot. So whatever you're sharing, just check it out aesthetically, give it the shape that matches, and put it somewhere where it makes sense. So in this case, right here in the middle. Now, I also can go like this. I can zoom myself in. If I want to frame it maybe a little tighter, I can back myself off. I can also go up, down, side to side, however I want to frame it there. I have that ability. I also can jump to full screen, which I'll show you when we start recording for emphasis on things. Now on here as well, we have a couple options. We have our menu bar down here at the bottom, which I can grab and move around right here. I also have my annotation tool right over here. And we have a teleprompter option across all the recordings. So this one's slightly different. So I want to put in my test script that I pulled up before. And this one here, I can back the text off. I can zoom it in just like before. I can choose the speed down here. I can press play, see if I like it. But this one, I can actually grab the sides and just manipulate it like this. So I can make it a little thinner. And I also can physically move this wherever I want to move it to. So if I have a webcam arm that's like coming out from my desk, I can put this kind of next to it so it looks like I'm closer to the camera. In my case here, I'm going to go as far north as I can because that's where my camera is at the top. And then all I have to do, because this is browser based, the Chrome extension, I want to leave a little bit of space at the top so I can just tap this thing and bring it forward. So when I hit record, I've got to just tap it, bring it forward, and then I can use it. Because it's browser based, if you go full screen on your browser, it will hide the teleprompter tab, which is not what you want. You want to be able to bring it forward so you can obviously use it. So just keep that in mind. Just leave a little bit of space at the top. You also have three options here, right over here. You have screen, you have tab, and you have camera. Now for screen, if I was to hit record right now, what that means is it would get my entire computer screen. It would show the whole browser, all my tabs at the top, everything. Now, if you have your tabs organized at the top, you can actually take someone on a little journey. You can begin here. I could say, hey, this is Rob. I wanted to send you this quick market update. Listen, let me show you some other properties that you might be interested in. And I could click on one of the tabs at the top. We'll have some more listings. And then it'll follow me over to that other tab. So I can keep whatever industry you're in. If you want to take someone from this page here to another page, have your tabs organized, take them on the places you want to go, and then you can always come back. So that's what screen means when you have it on this. Now, if I have it on tab, that means just tab only. So when I hit record, it's going to be a nice clean cut of this page. So you won't have any of the tabs up on the top, any of that stuff. It'll just be nice and clean here. If I was to be on, click camera here, that's just the webcam opening. It would just show me as I begin to open the video here. So that's really the setup. Now, there are some options within the setup. Like if I wanted to, for instance, not be on camera, I could click turn off the webcam. I could just do an audio walkthrough of this page if I wanted to. I also, if I wanted to, could just show my profile picture. I could click right there. Now I got a profile picture. So you don't technically have to be on camera. Now, is it nice when you are? Yeah, especially for like a first impression. I can also put a virtual background behind me in here too if I wanted to. So you have a lot of options right from within here. So that's the setup. Now, if I'm going to actually record something, let me show you an example. So I'm going to pop over here to LinkedIn. Let's say I want to reach out to Ruben here. I'm going to open up the Chrome extension. There I am on the screen. Now, everything that we talked about before, I obviously don't want to be a square because Ruben is in a circle, and that's kind of the style that LinkedIn uses. So I'm going to change myself to a circle. I'm going to adjust the size just a little bit there, and I'm going to put myself actually right next to him. So now when Ruben sees this video, he's going to see his background, his profile. I'm on his page. It's much more interesting before when someone sees it visually. So this is what this would look like. So I'm going to hit record now, and let's do tab, hit record, choose the correct tab. There it is right there. Click share, and now it's going to begin recording. This is what it would look like. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob. I saw your profile over here on LinkedIn, and I wanted to send you this quick video because I saw some really interesting things in your profile I want to talk to you about. So all I did there was I was mindful of what the repeating GIF is going to be. He's going to see me smiling and pointing, and that's going to keep repeating as he sees the motion. And then once I said hello, I clicked the button right down there at the bottom. See where it says webcam expand on or off on the control bar? I clicked that button there, and now I jump to full screen. Then I click this button again right here, and it takes me right back to the page. I also can hover over the picture over the bubble and then click the square there. It does the same thing. And then I just click here, and it brings me right back. Now, the cool thing about jumping to full screen is that when you want to make a point about something, it takes every other visual away because you really want to hammer home that point. So I think it's a powerful thing to do. So when you're making these videos and you're scrolling around, you're talking, you're moving, and you want to just stop for a second and say, look, this is really, really important. And the reason I feel this way is blah, 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 blah. And then there you go. And then go back to where you were and continue what you're doing. You also can hit the pause button on the menu bar at the bottom. So if you do want to stop the recording, just hit pause. You do it in pieces. You don't then move around. So you know what? I'm going to get myself set up over here, and I'm going to click resume. And now you can keep going. You also have the annotation tool over here to the left, which is really great, especially when you're trying to make points about things. I can do text on screen. I can do arrows. I can do underlining. I can do circles. I can do numbering. Lots of options with the annotation tool. And the great thing about the annotations here is that if I continue to scroll, they will stay locked in place where they were. So they're not going to kind of follow you down the page. They'll stay right where they're at. If you want to get rid of them, all you have to do is hit the delete at the bottom of the annotation, boom, and they're gone. So when you're thinking about sharing any kind of website that's browser-based, reaching out on LinkedIn, an article, company website, the Chrome extension is a nice, really quick, dynamic way to do it. I'm going to click the check mark at the bottom. It's going to save this video into Dubb, and we're going to come back to that in a second to do some customization. But let's look at some more ways to record here. So another great way to record is to use the Dubb desktop app. Now, the desktop app is right up here at the top, little D symbol up here. You click here. I'm going to click record screen. And I'm going to show you the difference between the two. So let's look at the similarities first. What are the similarities between the desktop app and the Chrome extension? Well, first of all, the bubble is the same. I can change the shape, size, zoom myself in, virtual background, all the stuff you saw before. I can do that here. I also have an annotation tool, just like you saw before. I also have a teleprompter at the top, just like you saw before. Now, here are some of the differences. So there's a red slash through this little square down here. Now, the red slash means if I was to hit record, I would get my entire desktop screen. If I get rid of the red slash, now I have a drop down. And this right here is an example of 16 by 9. So if I wanted the exact borders for a YouTube recording in the proper ratio, then all I have to do is make sure I'm inside the blue area to be part of the recording, and I can move this wherever I want to move it, and whatever's inside there will be recorded. I also can do a 9 by 16. So if I want to do a vertical social video, I could either crunch my internet browser, crunch it completely, put this over the top of it, and now you're in the vertical format. I could do the same thing for a part of a website, a part of a document, part of the desktop, whatever you want to show. You're able to put it into a format that's easily for YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikTok, all that good stuff. Now we also have a custom part of this, which means I can crop around anything I want to crop around. So maybe there's a part of a website that I don't want to get. I just want to get one part of it. Maybe a part of a document, Canvas Live, whatever it is, you have the ability to control what's going to be recorded. Now, when I hit record, here's another big difference. So you're going to get a countdown. And now I'm recording a video. Here we go. And I can pause and resume this video just like any other recording. But when I click the check mark here, it's not saving it into Dubb. What's happening is I've just recorded a clip. So the desktop app is a clip recorder. The Chrome extension's one video, you pause and resume. This is a clip recorder. And it gives me the ability to do a few things. I can click on this little button down here, and I can add a video from my computer and make it go right in here, just like that. So if I have an MP4 on my computer, I want to make it part of the story, I can just click on it and it'll drop it right in here. I also can physically move these clips around. Maybe I want this to be the first one. Maybe I don't. I also can click the three-dot menu and I can download each clip, or I can delete each clip if I want to. And if I want to keep recording, keep going, there are three icons right below here. One is the screen recording, one is webcam, one is Dubb narrator. Now, the screen recording one, if I click that icon, it's going to bring me right back to where I was. So I can just hit record again, and now I'm just building out my clip. So this is going to be my second clip that I'm recording. I'm going to click the save button, and there it is. Now, if I want to have an opening, maybe I want to have a webcam opening or a webcam closing. So I can go down here, click the middle icon, which is the webcam style, hit record now. And like I said, maybe this is my opening. Hey, thanks for joining me in this video. I'm going to talk about, and then you can get it whenever. Or hey, thanks for watching this video. Maybe it's the end, or maybe it's the intermission in the middle. And you can click the check mark, and then there you are there. And you can drag this wherever you want to drag it to. So a lot of flexibility with the desktop app. And then when I click edit, it's going to merge the clips all into one video. I can do a quick little edit down here if I want to. I can download the MP4 to my computer, and I can upload this into Dubb. Now, there's a feature on the desktop app called Dubb Narrator, which is really interesting. And we use it quite a bit at Dubb. So as we saw over here before, remember with the Chrome extension, when we clicked on the Chrome, we opened it up, and I was the bubble on the screen, right? We know that we can do that, do the recording. There I am, right? There I am. We also know that if I use the desktop app and I click record screen like we just saw, there I am on the screen, same thing, right? In both those scenarios, I'm live within the bubble here, right? But what if I want to use a pre-recorded video inside here, a pre-recorded video of myself, or maybe a pre-recorded video of someone else or something else? That's what Dubb Narrator can do. It can play a pre-recorded video inside of here. So what I would do is I would go to the Dubb desktop app menu, and I would select Narrator Video. And I'd select this here. Then I would go into the video library, and I would just put into my video library just the word narrator, because that's where I have them all saved under. And basically what I did when I recorded these was I was recording to my webcam, and I was just reading a teleprompter, delivering the content, focusing on that. So I'm going to select this video. It's going to put me right on the screen. I'm the right shape, I'm the right placement, all that looks good. Now all I have to do is just hit record and just sit back and relax and scroll while the pre-recorded version of me does all the talking. Hi there. I saw you were checking out some properties in the area and wanted to send you this market update so you can make the best decision possible. As you can see, there is a ton of, and I can pause myself if I want to. I can hit resume, useful information here, move around, all the stuff that you could do before. It's just that's a pre-recorded version of myself or someone else or something else that will be playing, and all you have to do is scroll. So that's Dubb Narrator. You use it quite a bit, actually. Now, another piece of recording that's really good, the team's done a really good job with this, is our Dubb mobile app. So the mobile app is the originator of the clip recording. So what you saw with the desktop app was really neat, but the mobile app was actually the first one to do clip recording. And this is what this would look like. So let me show you how to use this. So here's the Dubb mobile app here. if I want to record a video, it's going to be the blue camera icon at the bottom. So I'm going to tap that there, and it's going to open up my camera. Now, once it's opened up, we're going to notice a few things. So down here at the bottom, there are some timers down here. You can't go beyond 10. It's defaulted for 1, but you can do 15, 30, 2 minute, whatever you want within there. The reason we add that is because sometimes if someone wants to do an ad or something, or they want a very specific time frame, you have the ability to do it. To record, we're going to tap the circle at the bottom, or you can hold and release. I'm going to tap here. You can see the timer up here in the eye line right up here, and you can see the timer right down here at the bottom right there. I'm going to tap it again, and there is the clip that I've just recorded. Now I'm going to tap it again so I have another clip. Now each clip has to be at least 2 seconds. So there we go. And there's my second clip. Now, just like the desktop app, I can take these clips and I can physically move them. So I can take my finger, hold it for a second, and then slide it, just like that. So again, I can change the order if I want to. I also can delete a clip by tapping the X down here at the bottom. And if I tap a clip, once I do that, I have the ability to edit, to trim. And if I do click edit, I have the ability to add some music. We have a whole library of royalty-free music. You can do some text overlay if you want to. You can do a voiceover. A lot of the times in real estate, if you're doing a property walkthrough and it's super loud, you can get the visuals you want and then just do the voiceover in the car. Works pretty good. You can even speed up the action if you want to speed up the action. And we have some burned-in captions as well that I'll show you at the end. Now, if I want to flip my camera around, these icons over here to the right, if I click this button here, it's going to flip my camera around so you can see what's in front of you. If you want to do a countdown timer, this one right here. So if I tap this one here, it is a 3-second and a 10-second. So if I click 3 seconds and I hit record, that's what it looks like right there. So a lot like the countdown timers that you saw before from the other recording there. Same thing here. This right here is our teleprompter. So if I tap this here, just like before, I'm going to click into here, look for the script that I want. Let's see. So let's go. There we go. And then this is our auto scroll that we know about before. All the other teleprompters have the same thing. And there's a speed down here that you can go up or down. So you can do the minus or the plus button. You can hit the play button, see if you like the speed or not. And then you also, if you want to make some changes, and this will happen sometimes when you have a script written, you actually deliver it once and you're like, I kind of want to change something. So on the fly, if you click the pencil icon here, you can make the changes you want to make and then save it, and then it's good to go. Now, when you hit record, I would say arm's distance length away is pretty good. Maybe a slight tilt. Looks like you're looking right at the camera almost when you're reading it. If you find that your eyes are cheating and they're looking down, I would use these guardrails right here just to slide up. And that way, when you're trying to do the reading, you're not going to look down here because there's nothing to look at. So you're going to keep your eyes right up here where they should be. That's if it's an issue. If it's not an issue, then you can just leave it wherever you want. We also have an option for iPhone users. Not sure the date for the Android people in terms of when they'll be able to do this, but for right now, if you click the gear icon over here, it'll give you a little drop down. And if you click auto track, then this will give you the ability to, when I hit record, it's going to highlight the words and go at my pace like this. Are you a real estate agent looking to 10x your income? I'll show you how with AI and video in less than 60 seconds. And that's how it would work with that. So it is an option right now for our iPhone folks and hopefully coming soon for Android. So that's the teleprompter. Now, if you want to close it, you're going to tap the X to the top right, and that will close it. If you want to add a video, let's say on your phone, if you have a video that you just want to add, you natively recorded it, and you want to make it part of the story here, you can click the folder icon right here. It'll take you to your photo video area, select the video that you want, and it will drop it right down here into the queue. If you want to record your screen, it's this button right here. If you want to use the filters that we have, this is kind of more of a fun one right here. You can tap this here, and you can do skin smoothing, you can do black and white, you can do different kind of color effects and gradations that you can do. Again, it's kind of more along the fun lines, but if it's Halloween and you're showing a scary house for real estate, maybe you use something scary. And then speaking of real estate, so this next one here, picture in picture is really good. Now you can use it in any industry where you want to show what's in front of you and be on the screen as well. But particularly in real estate, it's been popular just because you can do a property walkthrough and show yourself, which is pretty neat. So if I was going to use this, I would click picture in picture, I would hit record, and then it gives me the countdown. And then I could say, hey, listen, check these lines out right here. Or, whatever you're showing, I can make myself bigger, talk about it, move myself around, do whatever I want to do. and I'm able to kind of narrate myself through when I'm on the screen, utilizing both cameras, which is really neat. And then the last icon down over here is the virtual background. So like we saw when we opened up the training today, when I was recording on the basic webcam recorder, and I was able to have the background behind me, right? Same thing here. So on your phone, if you're in real estate and someone's interested in a property, take a screen grab of the listing and have it behind you. If you're in your industry and you're reaching out to someone on LinkedIn, grab their LinkedIn profile. If you're reaching out, you have a company's website and you're in the industry that you're in, take a screen grab of it, put it behind you. So once you take these screen grabs, all you have to do is click here and then go to here, go to the folder on your phone, click, find the photo, zoom it out. It'll be zoomed in at first. All you have to do is zoom it out. Click record, and you're like, hey, listen, I saw you were checking out this property here, right here. Hey, I saw this article. I wanted to share it with you. Hi, I was on your website right here, and I really checked this out. So again, it's back to those visuals, and you can do it when you're on the move, or if you're sitting here at your desk. That's the thing too about the mobile app. A lot of times people will just get a selfie stick, put it on their desk because they like how good and crisp the camera is, and they use it for a lot of their recording. You can do it vertical, or you can turn it landscape if you want to do that as well. Now, once you're done recording and you want to merge these clips together, all you have to do is tap the blue button at the top, and that's going to merge them. Typically, if you're at home and you have Wi-Fi, it works pretty quick. If you're out and about, depending on the service, how fast it'll merge them. But once they're merged, they're all into that one video. A lot like what the desktop app did when you went to the editing function, it merged them all together. So same thing here.
You can see the timer
Now,
up here in the island.
Once it's merged, you have the ability to do some burned in captions, which is down to the bottom right over here. If I click the little icon there, it's going to upload the audio. And this is, we just recently added this, the team added the burned in captions. So once you have this here, it's going through the process now. And then you can kind of do some cool little creative things here where
you can see the timer.
Here it is here. These little blocks down at the bottom are different parts of the video with the different text related to it. You can take this little blue thing here. You can kind of move it like this. You also can physically move it up or down depending on where you want it to be. You can adjust the bold. You can do italic. You can do a little outline around it. You can do a background, like a different color here, something like that. You can change, obviously, the color of the text. I can go like this. Let's change it to that. All that kind of stuff right there, all from within here. And obviously, if there's any spelling mistakes, you can tap in here and then just correct them and then just update. Now, a lot of the times when we're doing the Dubb videos, it would say Dubb, but only spell it D-U-B. So you have the ability to do that. And then once I hit the check mark, then it's going to burn in the subtitles. And then when the video plays, you'll see those going across in the format and style that you wanted. The reason they're neat to have is because, creatively, a lot of the other editing softwares out there have stuff like that. So we wanted to be able to add it to kind of match that feel to that as well. So
you can see the timer up here in the
it's right there
here, and you can see the timer right down here at the bottom right there.
And then at this point, you can save it to drafts and you can upload it into Dubb. So those are the different ways that we record in Dubb. A lot of the times, again, it's all based on use case, especially physically where you are. If you're at your desk a lot, obviously the webcam makes a lot of sense. If you're on the move a lot, obviously the mobile app, and then screen recording, being able to really share some value, which is pretty neat. Now, once we have a video recorded, we've actually got to take this video and we've got to put it into Dubb and we've got to customize it because that's the whole point of all of this. So I'm going to share my screen now. And this is what would happen when you save a video into Dubb. It's going to take you in here to this place right here. And this is the Dubb edit page. So when you do save a video into Dubb, it's going to take you here. And if we want to see what this video looks like on a landing page, all we have to do is click this little button here. It's going to open it up in a separate window. And now here is what we call a preset. And a preset is a Dubb term for customized landing page. And it consists of a number of things. Your branding. So it's going to have your logo, the top left. It's going to have an image that kind of peeks behind here a little bit, behind the video player. It's going to have playlist videos. They're going to play right after the video that you've created. Now, the playlist videos are really good because a lot of the times when you're making these videos, you really want to focus, obviously, on the person that you're reaching out to, and you don't want to have to keep repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again. So what you can do is record one video one time. Ours is a little 2-minute trailer here, but it could be anywhere between 60 and 90 seconds talking about what you do and what you're offering. And then when this video is done playing, it's going to run directly into that video and you don't have to keep repeating. So it's a really neat thing. It brings more info, but it also enables you to really free you up to really say a lot of different things to the people you're reaching out to. Now, below here are the call to action buttons. They're CTAs. Like, what do we want someone to do once they've consumed the video? What's the action that we want them to take? Well, we want them, most of the time in sales, you want them to book a time in your calendar. It's probably the most popular one. But you also can have them view a case study. You can have them visit another website, like in real estate, if they want to see more listings, great. You could have them fill out a physical form. You could have a link to an external form. You could have them download a document. Maybe it's a top 10 things within your industry that you want to share with them that they know about something really informational. You can put call or email below. So a lot of different options in terms of what you want them to do. I would just go in order of left to right in terms of importance as far as the setup. Now, over here to the right is our SIA, our Sales Interactive AI Assistant. And these are part of the preset. Now, you can turn this off if you want to. We had a webinar about this. It's really neat. So when someone's on your page here, let's say they're, as an example, maybe they're not ready to book a time yet. Maybe they have some questions. So there was a really good statistic, I forget the exact number, but where it had when an AI was on a page and was able to interact with someone and they're able to get their questions answered, the sales would increase because they were there and they felt more comfortable and then they took an action. So for here, it says, please ask a question below for a quick AI response. So there are some FAQs that we already have populated here. So if I'm like, hey, what is Dubb? I want to ask that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put this in a little incog window here so you can see what this looks like. So if I wanted to book a time, like, I'm not sure yet. I'm going to click what is Dubb. So once that happens, Sia is going to do her thinking, and then there's a short little answer right there. Now, you notice at the end it says, could you please provide your email address? That's defaulted in terms of asking for the information. Obviously, if you don't want the email, you can just turn it off. So SIA can drive towards what you want something to happen, whether it's book a time, whatever it is. So it's not just a customer service bot. It's really kind of trying to push the sale forward. So if I clicked here and says, how do I feel more comfortable on video? Nice three-pointed answer. It's not too long, but it's just thorough enough. And again, it's pushing towards the end. Did I help you? Can you please, provide your email? I also can ask individual questions down here as well. So this is a big part of what we've been doing in terms of having an interactive AI when someone has some questions. Because, you could educate the AI on what you do. So, in real estate, maybe I educate the AI on a certain property that someone's interested in. And then SIA can say, hey, listen, here's the square footage. Here's all the stuff you need to know. Here's the history of the property. I mean, all these little things that you can do where the AI can help push along, hopefully a booking or setting a time to meet, regardless of your industry. So this is called a preset. It's a customized landing page. Someone sees your video, they click on the GIF, and they're brought there. Now, with some options once you're here, see this little drop-down menu right here? This is where we have a lot of presets. So we have a bunch for a lot of different things we do. This is automatically on my default preset. So whenever I record a video, that's the preset that's attached. I can change this right now to another preset for this video if I wanted to. Now, if you're new to Dubb and you just got on a paid plan with us, we do an optimization setup. So what you can do is meet with one of our team members, and they can actually help you set up the buttons, the pages, SIA, all that kind of cool stuff so you're ready to go right out of the gate. Now, on this page in particular, we have analytics. So we have a little digital coach called Kyra. When you make these videos, it's going to give you feedback. How's your cadence? Are you being repetitive? The repetitive one's kind of a little, you can go either way on that one because in sales, you do have to be repetitive. Filler words, are you saying a certain word over and over? Persuasiveness, empathy, all this great stuff here as you continue to record, you hopefully get better. And if you're on a team, maybe there's something within the cadence that's really good or something within the positivity that someone else could learn from. You also can come in here and edit your video just like we saw before with the desktop app. Same kind of editor down here. You have an undo button, which is great. If you end up doing too much editing where you kind of mess it up and you're like, you know what, the original is always up here at the top. So before you click save down here, all you have to do is download the original and then just replace it and then click save and you're okay. So a lot of this is designed so you're able to be convenient. It's really convenient for you once you're inside this little area here. Now, activity tracking is a really big part of Dubb, obviously. So under activity, it says no activity yet, just because we haven't sent it anywhere. But when you do send it, you will have the ability to get a number of things. You can uncheck these ones that you don't want. CTA clicks are great, page views, video views, who watched the video, and also what's the watch rate? Was it 0, 100, 50, 75, 40, whatever it is, it really informs you to smartly follow up. Because if I send someone a video, and obviously I know what the content is, and they watch half of it, I could follow up and say, hey, listen, thanks so much for watching that video. I know you learned about X. Let me talk to you a little bit about Y that you missed. So it's a really smart way to follow up. Now, once you have the video created, you have to share it. So if I was going to share it, this is what it would look like. So I'll come over here to Gmail. Now, this is best practices right in here. So you definitely want to have the word video in your subject line. It doesn't have to be at the beginning, but we kind of prefer it because it's the first thing someone sees. It's very rare to see the word video. If you check all your emails, I mean, I doubt you probably have one in there, unless it's probably from us, maybe, that says video. And then in the body of the email, you definitely want to have some text context at the top. I just have one little sentence here, but you could have a little paragraph. I wouldn't write too much because then you're kind of pushing the GIF down the page. When they open up the email, you want them to see that nice GIF. To add a video in here, there's two different ways. One is with the direct integration we have right down here with Gmail and Outlook 365. So when you have the Chrome extension, it's pinned and logged in and all that good stuff, all you have to do is click the button here and it will open up, and you would just scroll through your video library like I'm doing now over to the right, or you can search in here with the actual title of the video. Then just click insert video, drops it in there, and you're good to go. Now, another way to do it is over here on the video page, there's always a big blue share and send button. It's always here when you save a video into Dubb. So you can click share and send, and then put the email in if you want to put it in for the tracking. And then I can add some personalization text right here like this. Click copy for email, and then I just come back over here, and it's a copy and paste, just like that. And that's what you want someone to see. Now, if I was over here on LinkedIn, and let's just say I'm not connected to Ruben, I definitely would not want to send a video with a connection request because it will only show up as a link. It won't show up as that nice animated GIF. And they might not even watch it with the connection request. But once you are connected, if you click message down here, it's going to open up this area here, and you can do the same thing you just did with Gmail or Outlook 365. Click the little Dubb symbol there, drop it in. That's the direct integration we have with LinkedIn. Or you can do the whole copy and paste thing, and they would end up seeing this like that. So you're on their page. That's their profile. That's what you want someone to see. Way better than just getting a copy and paste message on LinkedIn. That's what we've seen over the years work much, much better. Now, if you have a CRM like a HubSpot or a Salesforce or a Go High Level or a Lofty or a Follow-Up Boss, or you have a sender like a MailChimp or Constant Contact, we have a lot of integrations with a lot of different companies. So if you have a workflow set up within one of these CRMs, then you can just keep those workflows. All you have to do is just add video, which is really neat. Now, you can also use Dubb as a CRM. So over here under CRM, all you have to do is upload your contacts with a CSV file, and then just you can do tasks, you can do deals, you can do tags. We also have campaign sending within Dubb, bulk email and SMS. We also have automation as well, and this is something that Darius teaches, where he teaches everybody how to set up these drips here. And really, what happens is once they're built, like some kind of message goes out, there's some kind of time delay, whether it's a day, hours, whatever you decide. And then you can always add to these things. You can click triggers that are set up where if someone takes an action, they clicked on a button, they're going to be taken to a different video. If they just viewed the page, if they watched the video, all these different things where when you're doing other stuff, the automations are working. And again, that's part of our Pro Plus plan that we have. Now, within the dashboard here is our AI stuff down here right in the middle. So our AI assistant, IRA. Now, IRA has been around. We've had it for quite a while here. We just added this profile feature off here to the right. Now, what's neat about the profile feature is, how we talked about with presets, how if you have a preset, like you have your audience, right? You can segment your audience because the customized landing pages should speak to the audience. Like if I was in real estate and I was doing buyers and sellers and FSBOs and expireds, I should have a preset for every one of those. If I was in recruitment, candidates, and the employers, if I was in insurance, different kind of policies and clients for that, coaching, consulting, all those different verticals, whether it's enterprise or small business, they all speak directly to those segments. The same thing with the profile function here. So if I create a profile, this is what this looks like. So it's going to ask me some questions. What's your profession? Target audience? Unique selling proposition? So when you start answering this, the AI is learning obviously about you and your specific outreach, right? And then you can choose your preferred tone of communication. And then you can even use the charm method, which we came up with down here, which is a structure to the writing where The C stands for, really capturing someone's interest with that opening line. And then H is highlighting the issue. A is addressing the solution. R is reinforcing with social proof, and M is motivating to take action. So all of this is designed so the AI knows a lot about you and why you're reaching out. Then all you have to do is come in here and choose one of your prompts, and then just do this. Come in here and write. I'm going to say write copy for a sales call on why text is so much better than video in sales. And then you can choose your length right down here at the bottom. Click submit. And now the AI is taking everything into consideration that you just said. So look at the first one. Unlock the potential of your sales strategy with the power, sales strategy with the power of text. Let's see. Oh, it's funny. Look what I did. That's hilarious. Did you guys notice what I did? I said why text is better, why video is so much better than text. That's pretty hilarious. That's like me saying, forget Dubb and use text-based communication because video doesn't work. That's absolutely hilarious. Okay, so there's a blooper. Ever wondered why your emails aren't getting replies? Traditional text messages lack the personal touch that video offers. That's a really nice opening. And then when you come in here and you're addressing what's happening, by adding authenticity and human connection, making your outreach much more memorable and engaging. Our clients experience a 30 to 300% increase in sales, proof of video's power. Hundreds of glowing testimonials, because we talked about, social proof. And then what about the action at the end? Book a time in my calendar and let's get started. So it did everything that we asked of it. Now, there's some options down here once you're done. I can preview this in a voice. If I click here, I can have it read back to me if I want to hear it, which helps sometimes.
Ever wondered why your emails aren't getting replies? Traditional text messages.
And then I can also copy this to a clipboard, save it into a doc. I can also import directly to scripts, which is located right over here to the left under assets. And this is really good because this is something we do a lot at Dubb. We write the script, give it a human pass, import it to scripts, load it into a teleprompter, and then record it on the video. So that those boom, boom, boom steps have really made it efficient for us when we do these videos. I can also import this to a voice video. And what that means is if there's a day where, you just don't feel like being on camera, maybe you don't want to use your voice as well. Maybe you're sick or something, or maybe you got something going on where you can't do it, but you want to send something out that's a little more impactful than just a text-based message. You can do something like this, which is text to video. So here's the script that we wrote. All you have to do is upload a photo over here to the right. Mine's just a little profile picture there. Then you would select an AI voice over here. And when I click preview, you're going to see the photo and you're going to see a waveform action start to come across the screen as the voice speaks. This is what it would look like.
Ever wondered why your emails aren't getting replies? Traditional text messages lack the personal touch that.
So a lot of the times, instead of just sending the text, it basically looks almost like an automated kind of voicemail almost. So it has the image that you want, has a little motion to it. So that animated GIF will be that repeating motion, because we talked about when you recorded a video in the beginning, it's a repeating of that first 3 seconds. So they'll see the image and that waveform start to happen. Now, if you want to go full avatar video, you can just click import to avatar video, and then it'll bring you right over here to our AVA section. And we have a whole library of avatars that we've created. Now, obviously, you can create your own. You can click here, give the description that you want, click create, choose the voice that you want, preview the voice, and then create the video. It does take a little bit of time to create the asset, but once it's created, you can download it. You can use Ava here in an email campaign, maybe where maybe she reaches out on your behalf. Social posts. She could even walk someone through an actual screen video. So as we saw before with Dubb Narrator, this is an example of how you can do that. So if I came over here to the Dubb desktop app and I clicked Narrator Video, like we saw before, remember when I was the pre-recorded version of myself? What you can do is come in here, scroll down the bottom, and then you can just select Ava instead. So I wrote a separate script for Ava. Now all I have to do is just hit record like we did before, and Ava's going to walk someone through the article here or whatever you wanted to share.
Hi there. I saw you were checking out some properties in the area and wanted to.
And that's what that would look like there. So that's the basic look of the platform. Now I saw a couple of hands that were raised. Let me pop out of here really quick. Let me just run through here in the Q&A. Let's kind of work our way through. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, so let's go with the hand raises first. So let's see who had their hand. I think Dick, you had your hand up, and I think a few other people did as well.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dick.
Okay. I have a client of mine who gave me a great testimony, and I included it in my book. But when I asked him if he could record it or do a video with me,
Mhm.
he was very hesitant because he didn't like having his picture taken. So he gave me permission to take and convert his testimony into a script.
Yeah.
And I pulled it into an avatar,
Hmm.
and uh, I got the video of the avatar reading the script
Yeah.
and try to find someone that looked something like him.
Sure.
And then I took it and I got rid of the background. So it was just the avatar talking.
Hmm.
And I put it right in front of a background of the man's house.
Hmm.
And it came out fantastic. And so when
Great.
someone wants to see that testimony, you know,
Yeah.
it's not really him, but it looks like it could be. But I have his permission to do that.
Yeah.
But that was so simple. I want to pinch myself.
No, that's really neat. Yeah, that's where Dubb narrator is really cool. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
take that, put it anywhere in front of pretty much anything, which is
When you take the background out,
Mhm.
so it's transparent,
Yeah.
you can put it right in front of the house, like they're standing,
Yeah.
or they're you got the house in the background, and you can actually put other things in that background,
Yeah.
and it's like they're telling the story about why they should buy from you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a wonderful example. That's awesome, Dick. That's like I said, you've always been really creative with this stuff, which is awesome. Awesome for people to hear. Great. So let me see. Connor. Hey, Connor, I saw you had your hand raised. I'm not sure if you're still in a noisy spot. If you want to unmute yourself, if you have a chance. If not, feel free to kind
Sure.
of throw it in the chat.
There was an accident.
Hey, Connor, can you hear me okay? Must be kind of noisy where you're at, I guess. Let's see. Let me see if you dropped it in the chat. Oh, got it. Oh, let me know how you're feeling in the chat, Connor. Just kind of put some comments in there if you do have some questions. Jai, my friend, as always, good to see you, Jai. How are you?
Hey Rob, yeah, when you was on the Avatar, congratulations to Dick on that one. I don't know how he did it, but I'm having trouble with the Avatar. I put a little note in there. I want you to try it. I know we run out of time, but
Let me
what
see.
am I saying wrong
Let's
on
see.
there? I mean, all I did was I want to look different from all the other ones. So all I asked, like same words. I just said businessman,
Hmm.
brown skin with long black hair.
Oh, and it wasn't coming out.
Yeah, it said can't find the face.
Let's
It
see.
can't
Create a
design the
centered
face.
headshot.
So.
Yeah, create
And
a
and,
centered
and I
headshot.
just did a regular one, and I still can't get the daggone thing to create anything other than the ones that are there. So
Huh.
I did it
Maybe.
again.
Uh,
I did it again, and it, it it's still spinning. So it's been doing that since the first
I'm gonna
maybe
save
like first
the
20 minutes.
I'm gonna save the description and then I'll try it on my end and then I'll email you, Jai, to see if I can create something similar. Because it's a good description. So yeah, I'll definitely try it. I'll try it on mine and then I'll shoot you an email and then
All right.
see if it works. That's cool. Well, if it works, it's cool. Let's see. I think someone else had their hand up. I think it was where was it Mark? No, I didn't think Mark had his hand up. Okay, so let me see. Let's see, Connor. Zach. Let's see. Zach had a question. Are you in front of a green screen now, or are you in front of an orange black drop? So Zach, you can turn your mic on if you like. Actually, what I have here is just a basic light behind me, but it's one of these
Yeah,
deals. You can tap it, right? Can you see it there?
I
And
see. Yeah, you showed it to me earlier too. I mean, you did kind of address the
oh,
question.
okay, yeah, yeah. So it's right in but it's right in the middle. Like here's the corner of the room, so the light actually hits on both sides. So that's what kind of
Yeah,
makes it
that's a cool
cool.
look.
Yeah. So
And if is it one of those colored lights where you can say Alexa turn green and you can make a green screen
I haven't
with your
gotten that.
light?
I haven't. That's
Yeah.
I have not gotten that far. I kind of like the orange hue for some reason. So I feel
Yeah.
like a knowledge orb. It's kind of fun. So yeah,
Well,
I
I
should look
bought a
at-
green screen just in case. I'm excited about the video journey and I'm practicing every day, so we're trying.
That's awesome. What's your industry, Zach? What do you do?
I'm an executive recruiter and I have like 26,000 LinkedIns and I don't do a great job calling everyone. I have a bunch of virtual assistants and even 100 a day is not enough. So anything more personable, and this seems a great option to scale where people can know me, like me, trust me kind of thing.
Do you do the do you guys do you work mostly with the candidates or the employers or what's kind of the specificity?
Well, that's a good question, but it takes like 100 candidates
Mhm.
to make a deal. And so I place HR executives.
Yep.
So candidate at any point in time when you're pitching like, hey, can I help you find a CHRO?
Yeah.
More times than not, they're more likely to give you a resume. And so my clients are turning into candidates. So you have to be kind of nice to everyone, but you can make a lot of money with just 10 clients that use you all the time. But I am connected to 26,000 people.
I would say, a big part, like just doing some coaching with some of the recruiting folks,
Yeah.
and it can be kind of used across the board, but like if you were reaching out to, I guess, one of the HR directors, whatever, is there something, it's almost like if you suggested something like if you're an HR director and you're doing this one thing or this one thing internally, I wanted to kind
Mhm.
of address that because you might be currently doing it, might be affecting maybe internal hiring compared to like, bringing in recruits. Like, sometimes like there could be mistakes being made internally, and they're kind of losing out on candidates that are better. So I feel like if you brought like maybe it's a doc, maybe you reached out to someone like, hey, Rob, hey, what's going on? This is Zach. I know you're head of HR over there. I know that a lot of HR directors are doing this one exercise that they're doing. I wanted to click below and address that. If you check out the document I have where I wanted to, shoot it over to you, just so you can check it out and make sure if you are doing this is the top thing we recommend to be able to blah, blah, blah. So maybe it's like a doc that you can kind of share and kind of talk about in the video really quickly, like open up with a hook about if you're doing this thing, or here's the one thing that a lot of HR directors just are missing. So almost like you're bringing
Yeah.
some information that is like opens their eyes, and then it kind of opens a combo.
Well, Rob, I've been having too much fun with AI. I just bought HubSpot
Uh,
and I have 19 videos of 5 things you should do or yesterday I wrote an article and podcast about having a company with purpose
yeah.
and all the advantages. And then I can think of leadership develop. HR is very much about leadership development and performance of large groups of people. So I have all those pieces put together. So I can't wait to video it. Also, what was exciting is automating the process. So in the olden days, you'd have to knock on their door, but this way you can sneak in and show them 10 minutes of what you do because it's kind of fun to look at a video without talking to me. And then they can see the video whenever they want instead of answering my cold call that second.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time people get cold calling's a little different now. I mean, like it's a different kind of style that people do. It's definitely still effective. People still do it. I mean, it's just a little different. Like a lot of the times, younger generation that are friends, like, hey, wait, you didn't text me before you called me? Like, so it's just kind of funny.
Yeah,
So the communication's different, but I think with video, because we're so used to like with the Amazon mindset of kind of scrolling and checking out things on our own, that we get almost
yeah,
caught in a little bubble of like, I just want to consume some content, which is good, but it's just that people still need sales professionals to walk them through these things. So and then seeing that video and be able to take an action after like booking a time, that's pretty big. So that's what it feels
yeah.
like.
And there's a lot of competition. So differentiating yourself and having them, because people do like me once they meet me, but you got to get in the door because otherwise you could look like your competitors. They're
No,
not
I
sure about the
know.
differential.
Yeah, no, I know. I know. That's the biggest thing. Visually, when you send these dub videos out, what looks visually interesting, what is visually interesting. It's almost like when you're watching like all of us do, we scroll online. What's going to make us stop scrolling? And then once you do that, what's the first thing out of your mouth? What's the, so I think the introductions have gone to like the second or second or third sentence. Like the first thing has to be about what they want to consume. Like I was watching this video the other day where someone just made a video saying only this. She said, get right to the point about why I should watch this. That's, you know what I mean? Which is, I think a lot of us just are innately impatient now, which is, kind of sad in a way, but we want to know
Yeah.
right away, what is this about and how can it help? Because it's like this busy pipeline that just, there's stuff everywhere. So I think that's just something to keep in mind. So,
Well, I respect my audience. I have an econ major, and with executive coaching, I think of every sentence as an equation, and I try to cram as much information
yeah,
and can get a lot done in a very short time. So I'm hoping to put all my skills to good use here.
that's awesome. And yeah, just leverage the video as much as you can, which is
And
really,
I've been sending my videos to Fiverr, but you having that edit option's really kind of neat. And I kind
yeah.
of want to do it myself.
You kind of, yeah. I mean, if you just take your time with it, you
Yeah.
definitely do a lot of the stuff yourself,
Yeah.
which is the self-serve is, I mean, it's great because then you're just saving a lot of time. You don't have to wait to get the thing back either, which is pretty cool. Plus, people, I think in general, as long as the video feels authentic, I don't think they really care about like a quick little cut here, a quick little something like that. I think it's more about what you're saying at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, well, cool. Well, good
I
to meet you,
appreciate
Jack.
that.
Yeah, good to meet
Yeah.
you.
Nice to meet you too.
And let's see, Jeanette. Let's see. My question is, where do I start? Let's see. Where do I start? I have my optimization appointment scheduled. That's great. But where should I do now? So, Jeanette, you can turn your mic on if you'd like to. If you'd like to. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, yes,
Hi. Good.
I
Good to
can
meet
hear
you.
you. Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah. I
So,
think
mhm,
I think a good place to start is, have you recorded any videos yet?
no, mm-mm,
Okay. So I think,
no.
the base, we have an email address. I'll put it in the chat here. It is feedback@dubb.com. So I'll put it in the chat. So if you want to record something, I think one of the easiest things to record is direct from webcam. I mean, do you have your computer set up? Is mobile easier? Webcam, like what's kind of easier for you?
So I'm new. I do have all the equipment. I just thought I have a green screen, all of that. I just don't even know how to use all of that. So I got to start educating
Okay.
myself. But I
Okay.
do have, yes, I do have that, all of the bells and whistles to get started.
Okay.
Yes.
And then do you reach out to your prospects? Because I know you're in financial wise on LinkedIn, or how do you kind of reach out?
I kind of Facebook right now. I'm just my LinkedIn account. I do have one, but it's outdated, so I have to. Someone was helping me with that as well.
Okay.
To get that up
Okay.
to date. I mean, it's not
You,
like it's bad, but it's old information.
so you probably do your Facebook post on there, mentioning what you do, right? And then
Yes.
what you can do is when you record a dub video,
Hmm.
and this is good for Facebook or any kind of social media stuff. So what we recommend is when you record a dub video, like say I recorded it on my webcam right here, and I'm like, listen, this is a financial document you really got to check out. It's going to help you do A, B, C, and D. All you have to do is click below the link below this video or the link in bio, and it'll give you more information where you can actually fill out a form and I can actually reach out to you. So what you would do is record a video within Dubb, download the video, go on Facebook, upload the MP4, because I want you to upload the video, upload the
Hmm.
MP4. And then the
Hmm.
link below your post is the Dubb link. So when they
Hmm.
click on that, then they're brought to that landing page. You're like, whoa, well, there's more videos from Jeanette. Cool. Oh, there's a button where I can book in her calendar. Oh, here's
Hmm.
that playlist video where it's going to give me some information about those steps. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's a
Hmm.
document I can download too. That's pretty neat. So what you
Hmm.
can do is something like that. But as far
Okay.
as where to start, if you do a lot of Facebook, like that's what you're doing, then just open up the basic webcam. Maybe you put a virtual background behind you. Maybe you don't. Maybe you grab your phone and say, hey, the one thing you need to know, or something like we talked about in the beginning. So I would
Hmm.
go to YouTube either later this afternoon or tomorrow
Hmm.
when you have some time and just take the training that we did today and just
Hmm.
take one part of it and say, okay,
Okay.
here's the webcam. I'm going to do this style right here. And then if you
Hmm.
want feedback, email it to feedback@Dubb and we can give you some feedback.
Okay. Thank you.
But
Thank
go
you.
piece by piece, I would say. That's the biggest thing, just piece by piece.
Piece by piece.
Yeah, because it can
Okay.
be overwhelming if you try to do it all at once. Like
I know.
yeah. So, but like I said, we're here every day and everything, and we have a lot of support videos, and we're here to help. So, yeah.
Okay. And I was able to get my coupon to work, and I signed up today,
Oh, very cool.
officially today.
Oh,
Okay.
that's awesome.
Hmm.
That's so
All
cool.
right.
Well, definitely, I'm
Thank
glad you
you.
have your optimization set up because that's really important. So that's awesome.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, you're very welcome.
Hey,
And
hey,
then,
Rob,
yeah,
I got a crazy idea and could use your help on it.
yeah.
Can you possibly create an avatar like a ventriloquist's dummy
I don't know.
that
Can you do that? Let's
I
see.
could use and put it on my lap or whatever, and have it tell the story about Dubb or whatever I'm selling, and saying, "Hey, any dummy can do this. You should try it." Because I think, a little bit of humor goes a long way. But if I could have it come out of the mouth of a dummy, keep it simple, stupid, that'd be fantastic.
That's an interesting prompt to kind of give the AI. I mean, I could draw one, but I wonder if that would have to be like a CapCut thing, and then you could kind of upload it. So it's a little. I like where you're going with it, but it could be instead of dummies as dubbies.
Or, or, or you can use my face for it, and
Yeah.
of course, uh, I I have no pride. Okay, so
No, that's the reverse. You have a lot of pride. This is just why you come up with a lot of this cool stuff, which we always love hearing, which is so neat.
yeah, anything to make a sale.
No, that's awesome, man. But it's creative though. That's the biggest thing. It's like about being creative. It's trying to do something different. It's trying to really lean into the visual stuff, and that's what it's about. So that's pretty awesome. So, I think is John still here? Let's see, John from Boston, my other brother from Boston. John. I think John had to go. I don't see him here anymore. Oh no, he is. John, can you hear me? Okay, John, can you hear me?
There we go. There we go. How you doing?
Yeah, how you been, John?
Excellent. Excellent.
I saw your question. Let's see on the workflow. If someone watches a certain video, can you get an email notification or better, an email notification or even better, some sort of calendar notification? I'll ask the Oracle. I'll shoot a message to him on Slack and ask him, and then I'll shoot you an email. Does that work?
I got another question.
There we go.
So on the mobile app, so when I click on that activities,
Mhm.
I can see this guy watched this one, this guy watched that. So, okay, I'm going to pick up the phone. I'm going to call each one of these people, follow up, right?
Yep.
But that's on the mobile app. And that's very simple to read it. If I'm on the desktop,
Mhm.
is there a line item that says, okay, this guy watched this, that, and the other thing?
Yeah, you'll see it usually shows up like this. Here, let me share my screen. Inside Dubb. Let's see. Let me just grab a video.
So you're not the Oracle, huh?
No, that is not me. I am not the Oracle. Darius and Ruben know every corner of every part of this. It's their baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let me do this. Let me pull up my thanks video. So it'll have like a list like this, like down over here to the right. It'll have a whole list over here, and then you can choose,
Okay.
hey, watch rates, percentages, whatever one you choose and filter out, it will filter and give you only
So that's on your dashboard, the front
Yeah.
page.
That's
Okay.
from a video. You click on the video. Now you do have it within the dash. Like if you technically go to the dashboard, you can do this. You can do one of these deals. If you're in the Dubb dashboard, this is me just picking an individual video that I wanted to show. But if you're in the dashboard here and you scroll down, it should be right over here too. See right here? See activity?
Okay. Yeah.
So it's similar. I mean, everything's always more simplistic on the mobile, but you have like you just scroll down a little bit and you'll have that stuff right here.
Thank you.
Yep, yeah, no problem. And then Xavier, any questions on partners? I know that how are you? Any questions on the Dubb partner stuff, the fun old partner deal?
Well, I was just trying to take advantage of all the knowledge that you were sharing, and I have learned some things because from my perspective, I spend a lot of time, listening to people, listening to what their issues are.
Yeah.
And so just to give you some context, I started my career as a personal trainer. I think that's what me and Darius have in common.
Yeah, yeah.
But I've tried to evolve into becoming 100% online because I have so much fun with Dubb, number one. And then now I'm using AI to try to complement. And that's why made the comment that I love the AI assistant, because now I can apply some of my affiliate partnerships
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah.
And because what I'm trying to do is turn myself into like a 1,000 mini-me's
Sure.
and
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
And if they want to talk to me, then of course, then I can send them to a link. But yeah, that's what you've just went over gave me some ideas about how I could better utilize what you guys are doing with Dubb. So
Well, I gotta tell you, you should change the way your name is spelled. Your AI assistant could almost be the same name, but you could spell your name for the AI Xaivier instead of the AI. Put it in there.
that's awesome. Yes.
Yeah, just something subtle like that. Maybe have the AI in bold or something. That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, I would love that. Yeah, I mean, because I'm trying to educate my audience into, utilizing it. So I guess my question is, now that I'm thinking about it, if there's a way that you can take my desire to like educate my Facebook audience
Mhm.
into utilizing, because what I'm doing now is I'll put something up, a quick like 30-second or less video.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
has a link to a dub video that I've created.
yeah.
I'm trying to get them to just click on it and then, educate themselves by utilizing the the AI assistant.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm challenging myself to do. More of those types of videos to get
Yeah.
into my dub world.
I think the biggest thing that we try to do a lot is we try to come up with a either a question or a statement, like the first thing that we say, related to obviously, our ICP. It's
Mm,
like, okay, so what is that person going to relate? What do they want to do right now? Because a lot of the times with tech, especially, it's like, if you're just learning it, like, you want to get sales done. Like that's your it's a salesperson, you got to close deals. Like that's what you have to do. Like you can spend a heck of a lot of time, trying to learn all day, but you're not closing any deals. So it's like,
right.
it's really just about what is that one thing that you can offer that piece of advice to somewhere that thing where they're like, okay, I'm going to stop right now. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to learn that thing. It's like when people used to have like the mini course that would sell the big course, but
Yep.
that they're still getting value. Like they're still getting like, oh, I could do that right now. Like if I saw a video about like, hey, listen, when you're making these videos, think about tilting your head a little bit, a little pause, maybe a little hand movement. It feels more natural. Okay, you know what? I'm going to apply that the next time I record a video. I didn't know about that, the soft skills of sales when you're doing videos. Great. I'm gonna work on that right now. Like in other words, it's something they can apply right now. So I think if you're referencing something they can do immediately, that's kind of cool.
Okay. Yeah, that gives me another idea.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
and I think, in the partner stuff, we tell everybody like just, you can always invite them into the training, dubb.com/T, just bring them in here. And then, they learn what they can and then they just subscribe, or if you ever got a group together or just let myself or Darius know. So that's the biggest thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for what you do today.
Yeah. Thanks so much for using Dubb. You've been around for quite some time. You know a lot about Dubb. So it's great to have you here. Cool. Everybody, so we went a little bit long today, so thanks for coming in, everyone. Again, the YouTube video, we're going to download it in a little bit and get it over to the team, and they'll probably have it posted within the next couple hours. So I would like, if anybody wants to go back to a certain thing, just jump into YouTube, Dubb support, watch the video, and then you kind of make your way through. So, but awesome seeing everybody, the new people and the people that come back all the time. It's awesome. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.